Hello everyone, Jav here from Cut and Make Crafts with a new live session with the topic. Today we're going to discuss 5 ways you can make money from SVGs besides your shop. So let's get started. It's about to be midnight in an hour over here in Australia, Melbourne, and so, very important topic for today. I know a lot of people who get started with SVG designing have run into this problem, like our shop is not making money, but we want to make extra cash ASAP. So what can you do besides selling SVGs in your shop? That's what we're going to discuss today. Hi, yeah, we're in like a totally opposite time zone. So I'm Jav from Cut and Make Crafts, and I help creatives with a full-time job make extra cash on the side from selling SVGs while working full-time. All right, sorry about that. So the first thing we need to understand when we're starting our SVG business is that starting a business is completely different to getting a job. All right? So when you're working for someone or when you are working as an employee at a company or no matter where you're working, your salary is fixed. Like you get a fixed salary every month, and that's the amount you're gonna get. That's decided and everything. But when you're starting a business, the things are completely different. Businesses don't work that way. In the first couple of months when you start your business, you don't even make any money, like zero profit, zero income. But if you keep pushing forward and you keep working diligently, putting all the hard work, eventually you start seeing the results of your hard work. Maybe it's going to take you 5 to 6 months or probably 12 months, maybe 2 years, but you need to give it a time. You need to give it a ton of time. And it's just like planting a tree, right? Because when you're planting a tree, you don't expect to eat the fruits the next day or the next month. There are some trees that even take like around 2 to 3 years to give you fruits, right? So we need to start looking at our business from that perspective. You can't expect your business to immediately start giving you profit. Yeah, that's exactly what happens. You need to give it around 12 to 18 months to start seeing the money coming in. And just like any other business, SVG businesses are the same. You need to give it time. You need to keep on working on your business. You need to keep on designing files and not look at your stats, not worry about your stats for at least a year. Only then you're gonna see some results. Like after a year, you're gonna see some consistent income coming in. So that's how the businesses work. But I know a lot of people need to make cash instantly. They probably lost their job or they need to pay off some debts or something. You need to make extra cash instantly, right? So what do you do in that scenario? When you need extra cash, you have your SVG shop, you have just started your SVG shop and it's not giving you the amount of money that you need. So what can you do in that situation? So there are 5 things you can do in a situation like that where you need to make extra cash instantly. So the first thing that you can do is you can work as an assistant SVG designer for an established shop, for an established SVG shop. So the first thing, so there are like a ton of shops which are already making 6 figures selling SVG cut files, and since these shops are so big, they are actively looking for designers to hire designers to work for them. Assistant designers who can create designs for their shops. There are a ton of shops like that. I myself have two designers working for me. One is a freelance designer and the other one is a contractual designer. And one of them is my own student from SVG Superstar. Her work was brilliant, so I have hired her as an assistant for my course. And this other designer creates designs for my shop. So yes, there is a possibility to work as an assistant designer for the shops that are already established and making six figures. They sometimes you can work on contract basis. Sometimes you can work as a full-time employee for these shops. I don't have the exact names, but if you put the effort and if you join the different groups if you do your research, if you're actively searching on this, I'm sure you can find someone. But the thing is, to be accepted by those designers, to be able to work for established shops, you need to have an outstanding portfolio, something that shows that you are capable of designing any kind of files that are thrown in your direction. So you need to have that advanced SVG designing knowledge. You need to have that amazing portfolio which shows the quality of your designs, that looks outstanding. You can't get jobs like these without having an outstanding portfolio or with just basic SVG designs. You need to have outstanding designs which shows that you're capable of working as a team for the established designer, because they obviously can't compromise on their quality. So you need to show that you can create quality cut files, and you can't get this job by creating basic designs. You need to really up your skills and show that in your portfolio. The second thing you can do is you can create and sell SVGs with tutorials to bloggers. So you are gonna create, let's say you create an mermaid SVG. Let's say you create a mermaid party favor box SVG, and then you can create a tutorial based on that SVG, how to put it together, the party favor box. And you can take photos of the entire thing, and you can sell the SVG along with the tutorial to bloggers. So there are a couple of Facebook groups available. There are a couple of Facebook groups where you can sell content like these to bloggers. I have personally purchased a couple of content. I've been purchasing, like last year I purchased a ton of content. This year I haven't done any. So last year and years before that, I have purchased like around 30 to 50 content like this from these groups, where people create designs and they create step-by-step tutorials and they sell them in the Facebook group. So you can join those content marketing groups on Facebook. They're called VA groups or content for bloggers, and there you can join and see what's in demand. You can get connected with other bloggers and see what they're looking for, and you can start creating designs and tutorials to sell to those bloggers. But then again, you would need to keep the quality of your design top notch for your content to be considered by other bloggers. So you would need to have high quality SVGs, and you would need to have high quality photos to sell your content and the SVGs to other bloggers. Quality is, you cannot compromise on quality. You always need top-notch quality if you want to pitch yourself. Third thing you can do is you can work for websites like Design Bundles. So Design Bundles is actively hiring designers to create designs for their website, and they post these jobs in their group. So if you are a designer, if you have a shop on Design Bundles, or if you're planning to start a shop on Design Bundles, you can join their group on Facebook, designers community group, and you can stay in touch. And if you stay active, you'll see the posts that are looking for designers, and you can work as a freelance graphic designer for websites like these. I myself work as an SVG designer for Cricut, and the income from this job makes up to 50% of my revenue for my SVG business. So you can always branch out. You don't always have to stick to one stream of income. Hi, Toby. So Toby is one of my superb students from SVG Superstar. She creates amazing cake topper SVGs. The fourth thing that you can do is you can start freelancing on Upwork. So you can create a portfolio. Again, you need an outstanding portfolio with beautiful SVG designs, and you can set up your account so other businesses can hire you as a designer to create designs for their shop. So I have outsourced a couple of my design tasks to designers on Upwork myself, and it's a great place to go if you want to make extra cash from your SVG designing skills instantly. So that brings me to the last section, excuse me. Another way to make money instantly from SVG designing is by working as an SVG designer for established bloggers. So there are a ton of huge blogs, huge craft blogs out there. Even the blogs which are related to parenting or kids crafts and stuff like that. Though you can work as an SVG designer for blogs like these, where you can create SVGs exclusively for these blogs, and they can offer to their audience without a tutorial. So one way is to create content and create tutorials and sell them. The other way is to, if you don't want to sell the content, if taking photos and everything is too much of a hassle for you, what you can do is you can work as just an SVG designer for Blogger to create SVG designs that they can share with their audience. So you're gonna create SVG designs exclusively for their blog, and without a tutorial if you don't want to create a tutorial. So there are plenty of craft bloggers out there. You can find them in blogging groups. You can find them via just Google, and you can start pitching them. It's gonna take time, obviously. Start pitching, spend around 1 to 2 months pitching, but before you do all that, you need to have one thing that is amazing, which is your portfolio. Like when you are applying for jobs, you put your best self forward, right? You present yourself in the best way possible to get hired for the job, right? You sprinkle your resume with awesome stuff so that people actually hire you. Similarly, you need to create an outstanding portfolio with gorgeous designs if you want to get hired for one of those positions. You cannot do it if you're creating basic designs. Like I got hired by Cricut because they saw all my amazing designs on Instagram. I didn't even have to apply to be a designer at Cricut because they saw all my designs on Instagram and they reached out to me. So you need to have that kind of presence. You need to have that kind of portfolio, so that once you apply for these jobs, people go like, oh my God, I want you to work as a designer for me. And to create that kind of portfolio, you need to have the proper understanding of how SVGs work and how to design extremely awesome SVG cut files. So, and to do that, you need to go beyond the SVG designing that you are learning from free YouTube videos, from asking feedback in the free Facebook groups. You need to stop wasting time jumping from one Facebook group to another. You need to stop asking for advice from people who are not experts. And once you do that and you actually learn the SVG designing the proper way and you master the basics as well as you're as advanced, and you create a portfolio that looks outstanding, that people fall in love with, and then once you start pitching, you are definitely gonna get hired. So there's a huge potential in the SVG business industry, but to reap the benefits of this industry, you really need to up your SVG design game. That means you need to get out of that basic SVG designing phase, and you need to invest in the knowledge that will help you in creating advanced, super awesome designs. All right. So those are the 5 different ways you can make money from SVG cut files besides selling them in your shop. All right. And if you want to learn how to design, if you want to learn how to start a successful SVG business, feel free to sign up for my free masterclass, a 4-step framework for a profitable SVG business via my course account, SVG Superstar course. And if you have any questions, you can drop them in the comments below. There were some comments I missed out on, so I'm just gonna scroll up and check them out. You can create a shop and start selling them on Etsy. So Lovely Tay says that she makes so many SVGs but don't know how to sell them. You can just start selling them on Etsy. Make sure you have proper titles and everything. Make sure you have proper description, and yeah, you can just put them up and you can start making money through the traffic. And yep, that's pretty much it, I think. So if you guys have any other questions, and if you're watching this later, you can always drop them in the comment section below. You can visit my course account, SVG Superstar course, and sign up for the free masterclass over there. All right, that's all for today. I'll see you guys next week. I hope you guys found this helpful, and that's it for now. Good night. It's 11:14 p.m. over here, so we're gonna go to bed now. All right, bye bye.